The HF100 is back. Let's crack on. Hello and welcome to another MrBetaByte video, and this one's a little bit different insofar as we have a machine that's come back. I repaired this not very long ago at all for Xavier. HF100, it had all sorts of issues with it, to be honest. It hadn't been stored very well either at some point in its life. It had got quite damp. So we had all sorts of capacitor issues, colour issues, and a few other bits and pieces as well. I recapped the power supply, so on and so forth. And one thing I wasn't overly pleased with was the linear audio, so normal audio output level. I thought I'd improved it enough, but no, it's still really low. So there is that. But the bigger problem is that we actually have an issue with the picture. Literally, it was fine when it left here, and as soon as Xavier tried it, after unpacking it, it was bad, and that worries me. So far as we might be looking at something that happened in transit. One thing that has happened in transit back to me, though, unfortunately, is had a whack on the front, and this was actually pressed up over the top of the metal top cover, and the channel change buttons are broken, so we'll have to fix that as well. Hey ho. Yeah, so let's try tape and see what it's doing. Okay, so turn it on. Hopefully there's no other damage other than cosmetic. Oh, that sounded a bit grim. Oh, okay. Oh, we've got a servo issue. Oh, that's far better than I was actually thinking. It's caps, isn't it? It's going to be caps again. Just a servo issue. Oh, joy. It really does keep on giving, this machine, doesn't it? Okay, so I suppose we ought to have a look at that. So let's crack on. Okay, so I've cleaned the ace head and really cleaned it. It was actually quite grubby. Even though I did clean it previously, it seemed to have really sort of ground in dirt then. So I really cleaned it over and over again until basically I just got no more muck off. Also used a bit of Servo just to polish it up in the first instance. So yeah, seems okay. And I also demagnetized it as well. Use a demagnetizer to demagnetize it. So, and it seems fine.
I've been let down by a small minority among the number. I still think that to be a politician is a high and noble calling, even though I'm about to leave that profession, and I don't think it should be denigrated. What I think the programme will come on to, I hope, is to discuss the inability of politicians to deal with some of the highly complex issues.
So I think by the sounds of it, the capstan is actually running a little bit fast. At first I thought it might be running slow, which is usually what these tend to do, to be honest, I seem to notice. But this one seems to be running a bit fast. So like I said, I'm definitely suspecting capacitors. You can see the VU meters there actually being quite nicely. Oh, of course, I'm missing one important point. Hi-Fi. Video. Hi-Fi. Oh no, it is off. It was off. That's brilliant. Okay, so yeah, that's really good. So that was linear audio. Excellent. Okay, so let's investigate this rather annoying capstan issue. Let's crack on. Well, I fixed it. It's actually working really well. Let's turn the volume up.
It's a very simple fault.
So that's linear audio. This is a bit interesting, this tape, because it has a hi-fi track, but there's no actual audio on that hi-fi track. So I know that's linear. So yeah, but it's absolutely fine. The problem with it was, if I just put it back to that, the tracking was right the way over to the left. It's the weird thing that this generation of Sony Betas had, where you go to the extreme, it will cause the servo to lose lock. So that's all that was, and it actually tracks incredibly well. So it's furthest right, that's centre, and then for very furthest left you'll lose servo lock, but it's still fine. So that's good. I like it when they're easy. So what I need to do now is take this front off and repair this damage, and then do some more tests, I guess. Just check the hi-fi audio is working fine still, but yeah, that's great. Let's crack on. I think I've sorted the front panel. It looks pretty horrible, but it's solid enough. Bit of a creak there, but I think that should be strong enough. One trick that I've found, I learnt this totally by accident, is building up plastic with melting a cable tie. And with my iron, I use a different tip. This tip I usually use for pressing bits of plastic down on laptop keyboards. So when you mount a keyboard in a lot of modern laptops, they use like plastic rivets to sort of hold the metal backing plate of the keyboard to the palm rest. So I just press them down with this gently, and it does a really good job. But it's also quite good for sort of melting additional plastic to build up, because there were quite a few bits missing. I'll need to clean some of the strands away as well, but I think that should be okay. It's just, I mean, it's some of the plastic shattered. I found little bits of it, but there's not a hope in getting that back together. Temperature wise, I set the iron to around about 350 degrees C. It's pretty hot, but that did quite a good job at getting enough of a melt to get them secured. So hopefully they should be okay. So I'll put the front cover on, just give it just a quick dust, because obviously it's been open for a while. Move those few stray strands, and yeah, put the front cover back on. Super, so that's all back on. That screw is missing, and I will say I did find a screw floating about in the actual... Oh, you see, that's not the right screw either. There's one of those screws that I found in there, so I wonder if at some point somebody's worked on this and changed those. I didn't actually notice before, so yeah, I'll change that front one as well. And let's make sure we get this the right way up. So, little... There we go, that's correct. And then screwdriver. I'll just recycle a screw for now. I'll make up the difference with one from the from my stash. Super. So next, so the audio is much better. There's much better volume, and obviously, I mean, this is not the best thing to actually be be judging the audio on, because it's a very old cartoon and the sound isn't great anyway on those. But you get the idea. We've got good output now from it. Yeah, I just can't believe I didn't really just test it. But tracking, so furthest right, furthest left, as you might have guessed, I lost the footage for the the end of the video, so I'm doing it as a voiceover mode, and you can see the capture full screen. But yeah, so only a quick video, this one, and we've got another HF100 one coming up very, very shortly, so keep an eye out for that. It's the second machine from Xavier, so really looking forward to that one. So with that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you in another video. Bye for now.